Hi guys, welcome back to None Givens podcast with me, Sean, and Meka. Say what's up, Meka.
Hey.
So today we are going to talk a little bit about plus size and what that means. It's a term that's got kind of big, I would say, in the last maybe 5 years.
Yeah.
Probably. Um, some people think it's the right term. Other people are venomously against the term and what it means and what it stands for. It's Yeah, there's a lot on this topic, and I think me and Meek have both got quite a lot to say about it. So, what I'd like to do is let Meek talk a bit about how she feels about it, and because people, I don't know, I just want to let you talk about it, and I'm interested to know your perspective on what plus size is.
Okay. So I like how you said venomously against it.
Yeah,
um Also, you also said about 5 years ago. I didn't really understand plus size until maybe a few years ago.
yeah,
I didn't realize. I mean, I knew there was like different sizes, but I never strictly your plus, your normal size, straight sizes, I think it's called.
yeah.
I never,
Straight sizes.
yeah, straight
Oh
sizes.
man, that's a whole nother conversation.
Yes, I've
Wow.
never put people in those kind of categories, I guess.
Yeah.
So I didn't understand when, you start getting clothes and they're like, oh, could you just get from the plus section? Or could you promote up sizes? I think what is it 12 is here? I don't know. I think the UK and the US are different from the plus size actual
Yes, I think UK plus size starts at maybe 14 or 16,
14 and
which is an
16.
American, what, 12, 14?
Yes.
Yeah,
12, 14, and then 16, 18,
yeah.
I think. I'm not sure the exact
I
sizes.
don't know.
But and I'm like, then there's nothing wrong with going to the plus size section, but I was
Mhm.
just like, okay, cool. I didn't know that I was just linked to. I think if you're curvier, automatically you're kind of linked to a certain section than you would be if you were a straight size, if that makes sense. I don't understand why there are different sections.
No.
I don't understand why there have to be like you are this or you are that. But I guess it's a part of identity maybe because some people are really big on it. Like, yes, I'm plus size, I'm proud, and I get that. But I
Mhm.
also think that you're just you. You are who you are,
Yeah.
regardless of your size. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I think so. I think plus size is very weird to me in in the way that for one thing, right, it doesn't really exist in men's clothing. So
At all.
it does now. It's become a thing.
Oh, okay.
It didn't, right? So, I mean, first of all, men's clothing aren't that accepting for anyone above maybe like a size extra to extra extra large and a 38 waist. That's about where it stops. And that's about it. Other than that, you have to search out and buy from places that put things at stupid prices because they're plus size clothes or whatever, right? But um, it's just weird to me that, like, why is it a thing? Why is there straight size, which is mind blowing to me? They call it straight size plus size. Is there like micro size? Do you know what I mean? It's like, why isn't there just one rack with a size 0 to a size whatever it needs to be?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I understand that it probably happens because you can't stock all of that, and then you're going to have the only ones left on the shelf are going to be the bigger sizes or the smaller sizes, and whatever you put what I mean, you put the things out on the rack that sell. I get that, but we don't live in a shopping age now, do we? We go online. So why on a website have I got to go to the plus size section of that website
Yeah.
to buy my clothes? Why can't you just click on, I don't want to mention any names and get blown up by anybody, but you know what I mean? Why can't you go on a big retailer, you know, and just put, I want that, but in size 4XL or size 20 or whatever? What is, what, why put me in that box? You know, and I just feel like it's such the word plus, I don't, like, plus what?
Yeah, what do they discuss?
Am I a human plus some extra, or you know what I mean? Am I more? I don't understand where it comes from. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's a very bizarre concept. Like you don't, if you're buying a car, the SUVs aren't in the plus size section.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just go to the car
Yeah.
garage and you say, I want an SUV.
Yeah.
You know, you don't buy a couch that is from, you know what I mean? I don't see why just because it's clothes it makes any difference. And I don't like it. As you can probably tell, it just confuses me and I find it weird.
I I don't know if is it meant to make you feel negative about it. You go on a website and there'll be like 4,000 items for you to look through.
Yeah.
And you put in your size and there's 3 items for you to look through.
Yeah.
I don't
What
understand.
the fuck?
Do they not make everything in every size? Can fabric not be adjusted to fit
Right?
different sizes? I don't get that. Because a lot of companies do say, "Oh, go choose 10 items or whatever," and then you put in your size, and you can only choose from maybe 200 things out of 6,000,
Yeah.
compared to what everyone else gets to choose from. And then also sometimes I'm not even gonna lie, I hate that. I feel like the plus size clothes, they're not like dressed as nice,
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
They always give you like the frumpy dress or
Yeah.
so. I don't know, like it's shit.
I mean, one of the deepest things you said is plus meant to make you feel negative. Think
Yeah.
about that. Wow. It's
Yeah.
deep. But I think I mean, it must be because, like, you're absolutely right. Like, you look at the clothes that you like and you look at the models that they're on, and one, they're either dressed horribly, or two, they've got a plus size model and they're not plus size people. Do you know what I mean? So you're looking at a plus size model who's a size 12, because we all know that to be a model, if you're over a size 8, well, if you're over a size 6, you're fucked. So anything over sort of 6 or 8, you're classed as plus size, and they're putting people that are size,
Really?
yeah, so especially with women, if you're putting like a person who's a size 12 as your model, but if you're a size 26, it's not going to look the same. It's just not going to look the same. Like, I know Ashley Graham's a plus size model, or was. I don't know what she claims it to be now, or she's left the whole body positive thing alone. I don't know. But she was what, 14?
Was she?
Maybe?
I just feel like there are different, and for the word plus size, right? So would you say 6 or 8 is anything above that is considered?
If you're in fashion terms, it might even be lower than that.
How come they can't have different models of every size?
Right?
One thing I really liked about this Kardashian thing. One thing I really liked about Khloe Kardashian was when I went on her website to buy thing like leggings or something.
Mm.
They had each size and each different model that was your size to
Yeah.
see what. Like I mean maybe that's too much to fund for.
I mean, that was her good American stuff, right? So we'll shout out people that we think do it well.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
So she had down to a small, up to a XXL, or wherever you go. She's got someone in that size.
Florence. Yeah.
Right. So
That size in it. It's beautiful.
that's amazing, right? But you can't tell me that, all right, okay, so that's good American. That, she may be worth a lot of money. It doesn't mean her brand's worth that much. Right? But you
True.
can't tell me someone like ASOS hasn't got the funds just to snap a picture of someone, and it doesn't have to be every size. You can still group it down, so you can still be like, I don't know, like 6 to 10, 10 to 12. Do you know what I mean? You can still have like a group. You don't have to have 4, 6, 8, 10, all these different people. But there's no point me looking, especially like, there's no point me looking at a size medium guy and then being like, well, I need that in 3 or 4XL, because it's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
And they don't cut the clothes right at all, ever, right? So my favorite thing, and I will name someone on this because it pisses me off and I want them to change it, right? So Boohoo like sizes are hilarious.
Yes.
So like I ordered a 4XL shirt, right? And it came, and I held it up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that might be all right." And then I folded out the bottom bit. Right? They made it wider, but no longer. Right? So they've obviously got the same pattern from small to large, and they keep that length throughout the whole range. So you've got a t-shirt that's just a square of material.
Yeah.
So it's like that wide and that long, and you're like, well, it's up to my fucking tits.
You want to crop top.
Yeah, it's crazy. They haven't looked at it at all. They've literally just gone, "Oh, we'll just extend it that way."
Yeah.
And someone that's bigger has a stomach, so that stomach goes down and it goes out, so that makes things shorter. So of course you need to make them longer. No.
No, boohoo sizing is always off. I've had not horror stories, but I don't know. I also think they need to learn how to use their fabric differently or something like that. But yeah, boohoo is not the best to buy from. I kind of like hesitate when it's time to get stuff from them sometimes. They do have good selection, but yeah.
I like their stuff. I just think that it's very geared at a particular person, which I guess is fine. But don't then advertise that you're sizing equal when you're not really, when you're just rebranding an extra large as a 3XL. And that's the
Who do
sort
you
of
think does good for all sizes?
I don't know. I think for guys' clothes, I think ASOS do quite a good job. Their sizes are a bit off. Like you have to go up, but there's room to go up. Do you know what I mean? So they do up to like a 7XL, which is pretty big. So you always have to size up, but there's always room. I think obviously there's people that are over a 7XL. They should be able to get clothes too. But I think for high street fashion, they do a good job. Designer fashion, no one does a fucking good job, and it's almost hilarious how small stuff is. How you used to see people like when Rick Ross was bigger, he'd be draped in Gucci.
Yeah.
I always used to think, oh shit, that must be expensive. Then you realize it has to be custom made because they don't make that size. Like being plus size and wearing designer is just not it's not a thing. Like it can't happen. But other than that, I don't know. I guess like Nike do quite a good job. And I know Nike recently did they've got like a female curve range too, right?
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't know. Like I don't think anyone does a great job as from a male perspective. I think maybe there's more market for female, like more throwaway fashion, high street fashion. I don't know. What about you? Who do you think does like a stand-up job?
I'm gonna go with Fashion Nova.
Yeah. See, I've never bought from them because I'm always scared that I'm going to have to pay like £800 import duty when something gets here. But apparently their male stuff's quite good. But I've not. Apparently,
I get t-shirts from there sometimes, but I just feel like you see the skinny altered body girl in the clothes and they
altered body.
Yeah. You're like, oh my God, that top is amazing, you know? But then at the same time, you see the bigger girl in that same top and she looks amazing. Like, I like that. I'm like, yeah. But sometimes they do the same thing where they'll give you like the granny-ish version.
Yeah.
Size, which is fine, I guess. Maybe they think.
It's not fine though. You should be able to wear what you want. You shouldn't be like,
Take this then.
But it can't be like, hey, here you go, fatty. You can have the same print, but you can't have this. You can't have the same cut. If I want to wear something that comes up here,
then why not?
Yeah.
I just know they have loads of stretch. They go up to 4X, sometimes 5. I feel like it's they do a good job of trying to be inclusive to most sizes. Even I've seen like a triple X small. I didn't even know that size existed.
Triple extra small.
Yeah, maybe it was XX small.
I haven't seen that size since I was like 3 years old.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they do an okay job. That's probably the best company where I've seen that like everybody can get what they want.
I think they've made like they've made it their business, haven't they, to be in that lane and be in that sort of field. And I think, when you do see a lot of plus size influencers or models and stuff like that, it's always fashion over. Like, it's very rarely that I see many other brands get as much press. And that's over here in the UK as well. So, and there is people ordering like to here and paying that import. I don't know if it's because clothes are super cheap or whatever, but yeah, I think they do a good job, and people actually appreciate it. It just makes you wonder why no one else looks at them and either goes open up a warehouse over here or just doesn't try and do something.
Another thing that pissed me off this morning was one of my friends, which I probably won't name, I shouldn't name. She did a ad with PLT, and
Right.
she had hashtag pretty and plus size. Like, I don't understand why she can't just be like,
Pretty
I think PLT girls. Like, why does she have to add?
plus size.
Yeah. Then she like, she doesn't need to. I don't know. Like, I just don't think. Why does it have to define you as well? Like, why can't she just be one of the girls that's model or ambassador for PLT, for Pretty Little Thing? Why does she have to be the plus size Pretty Little Thing ambassador?
Because I guess it's a way for them to, people that feel marginalized by it, it's a way for them to build a fan base, isn't it? I guess, because I guess people that aren't maybe super comfortable with who they are, but still want to, still want to dress in a nice way, but still have, we all do. We've all got hang-ups about our body somewhere. I think, even people that say they don't give a fuck, there's definitely, there's something, even like Lizzo's got something she doesn't like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's always something. So, but yeah, I guess it's just to put these people into a box and hopefully create a community like that they can put out on social media, which starts things like, starts that hashtag having a million hits and stuff like that, and it feeds into sort of the move, like the body positivity movement, which is another thing, which is amazing, and I love it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can anybody be in this body positive movement?
No. Which is why it's fucking bullshit. So my not experience. I don't really have an experience, but so for one, body positive movement seems to be for plus size people, which is great, but it's not very positive if you're telling someone who's a size 0 that they can't be in your group, and two, if you are a man and you try to engage in that community, you're not really accepted. And don't get me wrong, there is male plus size body positivity influencers and stuff like that. But I don't think that they're, maybe, I don't know why, maybe you can tell me why you think that is. Maybe it's so female dominant because of how women have been treated about their bodies for so long, and I totally understand that. But it's like any ism, isn't it? Like, feminism is bad because it shouldn't be about superiority of anything. It should be about being equal, and by not letting people in, or by not talking to people because they're male or because they're size 0 or they're size 28 or whatever, it's not, there's nothing positive in that, I don't think. Maybe you might be able to enlighten me. Hopefully I sound bitter and twisted.
No, this is a different perspective. The body positive movement confuses me a bit. I support it because I do feel like, and sometimes it's hard to love your body.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to see someone saying like, you are beautiful, you are smart, you are whatever. And you're like, you know what? I'm beautiful, I'm smart, I'm whatever.
Yeah.
And maybe that'll help you start to, I don't know, to truly help yourself love yourself. You got to start from within.
Yeah.
And maybe the movement does help other people see that, well, she's my size. She has a cellulite. She has stretch marks.
Yeah.
She has back rolls. She loves them. Why can't I embrace mine? Why can't I love mine? And it's so funny that you've said, maybe this is me being sexist, but I never even thought that, why haven't I seen a man in the body positive movement? Because I've never seen that. Like,
Yeah.
I've never seen that. When I scroll through Instagram, also another body positive thing that, like, do you have to be naked to be a body positive person? Because I feel
Yes.
like a lot of them are just naked all the time, which is fun. I just be like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, this one girl I follow, I don't even think she owns clothes. I feel like she's like a true free spirit hippie on a farm, loves herself and teaches people that you should too. And I get that. I agree to that. But how come I've never seen a man doing it?
I think it comes from the fact that it I'm fully aware of my male privilege. Right. So I know that I have an easier path to a more successful job. And I know that I have an easier path to make more money. And I know I have an easier time of things like being plus size. Like you just, if you're big, my experience of it is being that you just get given a nickname. So and that's it. And you know, or someone takes the piss out of you, as long as you can come back at it, they go, oh yeah, shit, that's funny. They leave you alone. You form a friendship. Obviously, there's cases where people are very timid and they don't have maybe the mental strength to come back, or it's not within them as a person. So to say that it doesn't affect men is a lie. But my experience is that I have an easier time, and I understand that the reason for the promotion, the reason for these communities is to give plus size women a voice, because they're ignored, and it must be horrible to go, because I mean, let's be honest about it. Shopping, if you go high street shopping, there's not that many men's stores, all right. But you go into, let's take, I mean, they have men's departments, but they're normally like half a floor. Whereas
Yes.
you can go into like Primark, and it's just this 3-story crazy thing, and none of it fits you, and that must fucking suck.
Yeah.
So I get what it's for. Some of the bigger male body positivity accounts tend to be gay men, which again is brilliant, because it's they're getting hate from both angles. So more power to them for doing what they do, and some of the funniest people on Instagram as well. But I feel like there is this gap for a normal. Well, not, I don't like the word normal, but there is this gap for men that are so like, look, yeah, no shit, I can't go shopping, I can't get this, I can't get that. And yeah, I am who I am, and I'm happy with it. But maybe our male privilege allows us to have that every day anyway. But I still don't think that you should be fully discounted because you have that.
Did you have it? Yeah. Well, see, my thing about it as well is, like, I follow this fitness girl,
Hmm.
and she's like really in shape, like
Yeah,
6 pack abs,
yeah,
and she calls herself a body positive person, which I mean, she's not lying. She's promoting the love of her body, but I also feel like people, I mean, they don't glorify it, but they already see that as a norm. They already see like thin. I feel like if something is the norm, which I guess, not that men don't deserve it. I don't know. It's just a hard one because I don't understand why.
I
It's,
think I think it is because and I can't argue with the fact that it is because there's everything is, it's called mankind, isn't it? It's a man's world, and I understand that, and I feel guilty for that sometimes, and I hate that, because I hate the thought that I hate the fact that I would sit in a job interview, and I might get the job because they don't want a woman on the workforce because she might go off because she gets pregnant.
yeah.
I hate that. And I wish that I could change that, and I don't know what I can. I don't know what society has to do to change that.
Yeah.
Um, but by being actively distant and actively abusive to those people, you're not helping address an issue.
No, not at all.
I don't think. Um, I understand the aspect of wanting to do it on your own and wanting to form alliances and allegiances with people that are suffering from the same thing. I totally understand it because that's a bigger societal thing, isn't it? But I don't know. I just sometimes feel like there doesn't really feel like room to. Like, put it in a really simple sense, right? If I wanted to be, if I thought, shit, I want to be an influencer, or I want to do fashion on Instagram or whatever,
Which you
um,
should.
which, hey, maybe, but it's if you start taking a lot of pictures and you start tagging it with body positivity and you're female, I think your account will grow, and I think you've got a lot more space and a lot more people to reach out and talk to. I think as a guy, if you start doing that, no one's looking. And maybe it's because no one wants to see it.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
I just haven't seen it.
maybe. I mean, maybe because I don't know. Maybe because people don't want to see it. But I feel like I follow guys that do it, the few that do, and they must want to see it as well. Like, surely, if you're into that kind of thing,
Yeah,
you want inspiration. You want to see what other people are doing. You don't just want to be the one guy.
all the time. Yeah.
I don't know.
And it makes me sad that I've never seen like men. And well, I mean, I to be honest, most of the men fashion I follow, they're gay.
Yeah,
This,
yeah,
I mean, except for Shia. But
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
other than that, yeah, most of the men I follow are gay, and they never really promote the movement. But I guess why should they if they're not included in it?
and I think they're fighting an even harder battle by being out and proud. And opening themselves up to all kinds of hatred through that.
Yeah,
To then try and add to that, I
I don't feel like it's
no,
inclusive.
you probably don't. And I can totally understand that.
Yeah,
Um, but I just find it weird that there's not like any, or maybe there is, but I feel like I would have seen them.
maybe I know, but I feel like I don't know any. And I still I can't name it off the top of my head. Like I can name to you like probably somebody from almost every category
Yeah.
there is, but I don't know anybody like
And
that.
how does this work then? Like, so I don't know if this works the same on websites for clothing for women, but when you look at plus size for men, sorry, it's the same model on every site. So
No,
there's
yes. Well, I feel like for the main fast fashion websites,
it's the
it's the
same
same.
few. Oh,
It's
okay.
the same, like maybe three girls.
Yeah, yeah. Because I'll flick through. I'll go from like Boohoo, ASOS, like River Island, maybe something like that, just for like throwaway fashion. I'll look at it and go, it's that guy again. And like every time, and I'm like, he's either the only plus size male model in the world, or he's probably just on the agency that works with these.
But all the companies,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Um, well, I mean, uh, not that it's lucky for me, but lucky for me, the one that I see all the time is my actual size, and I feel like that's good for me. But what about others? Like, what do they have that's? Oh yeah, I can relate to her.
yeah,
And even though she may be my size, we still have totally different body types. I
yeah.
think it's so hard shopping for fashion online as well because you don't know. You can guess what it's going to look like on you.
But you can't even guess, can you? Because you get it and you'll be like, oh shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I don't know. It's just weird. Fashion is weird. I do want people to love their bodies, so in a way, I kind of support the body positive movement. I want everyone to love their body, but I feel especially for plus size people to love their body. I just want that.
yeah. No, I'm the same. I, men, women, gay, straight, trans, whatever. Love your body. I'm here for it 100%. I just I find it weird that there's pockets within a community that should be positive that are possibly quite negative.
Yes.
But I guess maybe that's the same in anything. You know,
Yeah.
you're going to have people that are politics is a great example, isn't it? You might be pro one way, but there's a little pocket in there somewhere that fucks it up for the rest of it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a funny one. I just inclusion should be everything,
Yes.
not just women from size 14 to 24 who are between 19 and 32. Because from the outside looking in, that's what the body positive movement
Hey,
looks like.
yeah.
And
You a T when you said that.
and you shouldn't be able to put bookends on a culture or a movement. It
No.
should expand. But hey,
What do we know?
what do we know? Tell us what we know. Do we know anything? Maybe not.
No. We're just out here, just like you.
Yeah, just out here, just talking the shit that you want to talk, but maybe you got no one to talk to, so you can listen to us talking.
So yeah, I guess that wraps it up for this episode. If you guys have had any experiences with the body positive movement, please let us know below how you feel about plus size stuff and just everything we've talked about today. Let us know how you're feeling because
We want to know.
all right, guys, I guess that's it for this episode, and we will see you guys soon.
See you guys.